Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. My K2Ks, welcome to Fatima Farida e-learning platform. My name is Shukra Abdulrazak. You can call me Auntie Shukra. Okay, inshallah, today we look at our local community. And then we are going to focus on special places, events and things in our community. Okay, before we begin our lesson, let's do some warm-up exercise. Okay, so now my kids, show me your left side. This is my left side. Show me your right side. This is my right side. Show me your fronte. This is my fronte. Show me your back. This is my back. Okay, let's move to our right position. Position. Left position. Position. Front position. Position. Back position. Position. Well done, mashallah. Okay, let's continue with our lesson. Okay, so for our starter, we've already done with it. So we'll look at our performance indicator, and we look at the familiar places, events, and things in our community. Then finally, we will do exercise, then assignments. Okay, so by the end of this lesson, inshallah, you will be able to talk about the familiar places, events, and things in our community. Okay? So now, whenever you wake up in the morning and you perform ablution, where do you go with daddy? You go to where? The mosque. To go and do what? Pray. So, the mosque is one of the familiar places in our community. MashaAllah. Okay, and you know what? On Salah days, if you wear our nice dresses, where do you go? You go to Masalah, which is the mosque, to go and do what? Pray. Alhamdulillah. Okay, now, guess what our second place is? Hospital. For case you know that we fear hospital. So whenever you are not feeling well, mommy takes you where? To the hospital, so that doctor will look after you and give you medicine. And inshallah, if you pray to Allah, you become fit, so that you can go to school and learn. Okay, let's look at the other place. We have the police station. What did I say? Police station. Hey, police station. For police station there, we don't pray that we will be there. So when thieves steal or when you do something bad, that is where you'll be taken to. So make sure that you be a good boy and girl. Okay? Okay, I know you heard me. So the police station is also one of the special places in our community. Okay, now what is this? What can you see? Okay, you can see people sitting down. And what have they written here? Jamestown. Okay, so do you know something? When you live in a house and two women fight, then they are not talking again. They are not in good terms. Whenever they see each other, they pass. Do you know what we do? We send them to the palace. And when you send them there, the chief will ask them, what happened? What happened? After explaining, we will let them hug each other. So there will be what? Peace in our community. MashaAllah. Okay, so now we will look at the familiar things that we have around us. Okay, so what can you see? What can you see? Books. All of you, books. Okay, whenever you are going to school, you have what? Books in your bag. When you go to school, you open the books and you learn. Do you get it? So books, we get what? Knowledge from it. They are one of the familiar things in our community or around us. Okay, so what can you see? How many of you like food? Those who like food. Okay, so whenever mommy serves you food, You can go and sit on what? The table and chair and you eat. Okay, when a visitor comes to your house, what is the first thing you give to the visitor? I know you are thinking. Definitely, you will let the visitor be standing there. You give the person what? A chair to sit on it. Okay? And when you give the person chair, what happens? You have to give the person water. Before, when the person says no, fine, but you have to give the person water. So the water, where will you put it? On the table. So alhamdulillah, mashallah. So table and chair is also one of the what? Familiar things we have what? Around us. Okay. So we are moving on to familiar events. When we say events, events can be what? Things that celebrations that it happens to us, or occasions that we become very happy or sad. But we are going to look at the first one to be, what are you thinking? What will the first one be? Naming ceremony. So in your various houses, one day you wake up in the morning, then you see a lot of people in your house. The woman will be cooking rice, dessert. The mommy will give you some of the rice, jollof rice to eat. Then she'll give you calipo. Then what you see is there is a small baby in your house now. Baby, 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 welcome, baby, baby. So it is what? Naming ceremony that is happening in your house. MashaAllah. Now let's look at the second event. What can you see? I know you are guessing. It's the same occasion as in the way people will gather in your house. A lot of people with big tents. People will wear colorful dresses. And you see your mom, you wear you a dress which is very nice. So in that case, there is what we call wedding ceremony. Then you hear people be doing, then some people will be saying, ango. Then what are we talking about? Marriage ceremony. The marriage ceremony is also one of the important and special events in our community. Okay, so we've come to the end of our lesson. Today, we looked at special and familiar things in our community, events, and things. Okay, mashallah. So our exercise will be, we are going to draw one familiar thing you know. It could be an apple. You draw the apple nicely, or pineapple. Anything familiar that you know. Or it could be table, chair, ball, all the things around you. You can draw it for me. Okay, and our assignment will be, mention one familiar place you know and what takes place there. So, example like Mosque is one of the familiar places in our community. What takes place there? We go to the mosque to do what? To pray. So you mention one familiar place and what takes place there. I'm so happy. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hope to see you. So bye.